I've been dealing with my sister-in-law's drama for a while, and it's been a wild ride, so I'm excited to share this story with you. My sister-in-law has been doing some pretty shady stuff to try and sabotage my engagement, like spreading rumors and trying to drive a wedge between my fiancé and me. She's been saying some really hurtful things, and it's been hard to deal with. I feel like she's just trying to get attention and cause drama. She's been going behind my back, talking to my fiancé's family and friends, trying to get them to turn against me. It's been really frustrating, and I'm starting to feel like I'm all alone in this. I've tried to talk to her about it, but she just denies everything and says I'm being paranoid. I've also noticed that she's been trying to get my fiancé to doubt me, to make him think that I'm not the right person for him. From day one, she smiled at me in front of others, but I could always feel the coldness in her hugs. The fake laughter. It started subtly with little comments to my fiancé. Are you sure she's the one? She seems too ambitious, don't you think? You know our family isn't really her type. At first, my fiancé brushed it off. He loved me. I knew that. But over time, her whispers grew louder. She told his mother that I was only with him for his money. She told his aunties I was too independent and wouldn't submit to their traditional ways. She even told his younger siblings that I'd change him and take him far from them. And then came the family gathering. I walked in, excited to bond with everyone. But something felt off. Conversation stopped when I approached. Smiles were tight. Eyes were filled with judgment I hadn't earned. And there she was, standing with a smug look like she had just won. Later that night, my fiancé confronted me. Not with anger but with confusion. They think you're not right for me, he said softly. That's when I knew I had to speak up. She's been playing on his insecurities, trying to make him feel like he's making a mistake by marrying me. It's been really hard to see, and it's making me feel like I'm losing him. She's even gone so far as to try and convince my fiancé's family that I'm not good enough for him, that I'm not worthy of being part of their family. It's been really hurtful, and it's made me feel like I don't belong. Looking back, I realize that my sister-in-law and I have never really gotten along. We've always had a bit of a rocky relationship, and it's only gotten worse over time. There have been plenty of times when we've butted heads, and it's always been a struggle to find common ground. I think part of the problem is that we're just really different people. We have different personalities, different interests, and different values. We've always clashed, and it's hard to find ways to connect with someone when you feel like you have nothing in common. There have been times when we've had big blowout fights, and times when we've just sort of simmered with tension. It's always been a bit of a powder keg, waiting to explode. And I think that's part of why she's been so opposed to my engagement. She just doesn't like me, and she doesn't want me to be part of her family. I've tried to reach out to her, to try and make amends and find a way to get along. But it's always been a one-way street. I'll try to make an effort, and she'll just shut me down. It's been really frustrating, and it's made me feel like I'm never going to be able to find common ground with her. On my engagement day, my sister-in-law, the one who's never liked me, the one who always wore fake smiles, whispered snide comments behind my back. I thought I could ignore her drama. But not this time. Not today. But the final straw was when I found out that she was planning to confront my fiancé at our engagement party. I knew I had to stand up to her, to make it clear that I wasn't going to let her ruin our special day. I was nervous, but I was determined to fight back. As my fiancé proposed and knelt to put the ring on my finger, there she was, heels clicking like a villain straight out of a soap opera, eyes blazing, mouth already in motion. Before you say yes, she said, loud enough to silence the music, ask her about what she did last year in Lagos. Ask her who she was with. Gasps. Awkward shuffles. My heart dropped for a second. My fiancé stood up slowly, looked confused, torn between shock and disbelief. I took the mic from the DJ stand like it was my moment, and it was. You want to talk about last year? I said, calm but firm. Let's talk. Last year, I helped your mother when you ignored her calls for weeks. I covered for your lies when you said you were at work but were actually sneaking off with your friend in the city. Shall I continue? Her face paled. the guests murmured. I've stayed quiet out of respect for this family, I continued. But today? You tried to humiliate me. You tried to break something you didn't build. And guess what? You failed. I turned to my fiancé, looked him dead in the eyes, and said, I have nothing to hide. If you have questions, ask me. Silence. And then, applause. Real applause. Like something out of a movie. He smiled, kissed my forehead, and said, I trust you. As for her? She stormed out, heels clicking louder than ever. But this time, she was walking away from our spotlight. It was a really intense moment. But I think that moment was a turning point for me. It was the moment when I realized that I didn't have to take her abuse lying down. I could stand up for myself, and fight back against her negativity. It was a really empowering feeling, and it's something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. I learned that family dynamics can be really complicated, but that doesn't mean you have to let them get the best of you. You can stand your ground, and fight for what you want. If you've ever had to deal with a difficult family member, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you want to hear more stories like this, be sure to subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.